Don't let others stop you. Samantha Evans had always been the kind of person who dreamed loudly in her own heart but whispered cautiously in the world. Growing up in the small town of Riverton, she had been told more times than she could count that her dreams were too big or unrealistic. Her father often reminded her, "Samantha, aim for stability, not fantasies." Her teachers praised her intelligence but cautioned her about the risks of thinking too differently. Even friends, with the best intentions, sometimes teased her for imagining a life far beyond the quiet streets of their town. Despite this, Samantha had a fire that refused to be extinguished. From the time she was 12, she dreamed of becoming an architect. She loved designing buildings, sketching imaginative houses, and imagining entire cities in her notebooks. But with each passing year, doubt from the outside world grew louder. By the time she graduated high school, she had been accepted into the local college's business program, not architecture. The first day of college was intimidating. Samantha felt like a small fish in a very large pond. Most of her classmates seemed confident, certain of the paths they had chosen, while she wrestled with a growing sense of unease. The professors praised practical thinking and measurable results, rarely discussing creativity or innovation. Samantha often sat in her dorm room at night, staring at the blank walls, imagining what she could have been creating if only she had pursued her true dream. One evening, while scrolling through social media, Samantha stumbled upon a video of a famous architect speaking at a conference. The architect described how failure and criticism were part of every journey, how almost everyone had told him he couldn't succeed, but he had persisted anyway. Something clicked in Samantha. She realized that she had spent too many years listening to others, letting their doubts define her reality. She made a decision. She would not let anyone stop her, not now, not ever. The first step was terrifying. She enrolled in a part-time architecture course at a community center while still completing her business degree. She spent nights and weekends poring over books, learning the technicalities of design, construction, and structural engineering. Friends and even some family members questioned her choice. "Why are you wasting your time on something that won't pay off?" they asked. Each comment stung, but Samantha's determination only grew stronger. Months passed. Her skills improved, and her confidence grew. She started sharing her sketches online, posting designs and small projects she had worked on. To her surprise, people began noticing. Constructive feedback poured in, and slowly, Samantha began building a small network of supporters who believed in her talent. Their encouragement became fuel for her persistence. One day, the community center announced a local design competition. The winner would have the opportunity to work with a renowned architecture firm for 6 months. Samantha hesitated, remembering all the doubts that had been placed in her mind over the years. But a quiet voice inside reminded her, "Don't let others stop you." She entered the competition. Days turned into nights as she poured everything she had into her project, a community center designed to be sustainable, functional, and aesthetically beautiful. She experimented with materials, studied innovative building techniques, and refined every detail until the design felt perfect. Submitting the entry was terrifying, but she did it anyway. When the results were announced, Samantha's heart pounded. She had won. The opportunity to work with a professional architecture firm was no longer a dream, it was real. The experience transformed her. She learned the inner workings of design firms, collaborated with other talented architects, and gained insights she never could have imagined. Each day, her confidence grew, and the voice of doubt, the one that had haunted her for years, faded into the background. Samantha didn't stop there. Encouraged by her success, she applied to several architecture schools, aiming higher than ever before. Rejections came, as they always do, and each one was a test of her resolve. But she refused to give up. Eventually, one prestigious program accepted her. She moved to a new city, far from Riverton, starting a life entirely shaped by her choices rather than the expectations of others. Years passed, and Samantha became a respected architect. Her buildings, known for their creativity and functionality, began receiving awards. She remembered the countless times she had been told her dreams were unrealistic, and she smiled, realizing that every "no" she had heard only made her determination stronger. But perhaps the most important part of Samantha's journey wasn't her personal success, it was the example she set for others. She frequently visited schools, speaking to young students about chasing their dreams, about ignoring the voices that tell them they can't succeed. She told them stories of her own struggles, of the times she doubted herself, and of the relentless power of persistence. Samantha's message was simple: don't let others stop you. Life will always have skeptics, critics, and naysayers. Some will come from outside, others from within. But the path to fulfillment, the path to your true potential, is paved by your courage to keep going despite the doubts. One evening, years after her first triumph, Samantha stood on the rooftop of a building she had designed, overlooking a city she had helped shape. The skyline glittered in the fading sunlight, a testament to creativity, effort, and persistence. She remembered her younger self, unsure and hesitant, and whispered softly to the wind, "I didn't let anyone stop me, and I never will." Her story became a beacon, proving that no matter the obstacles, no matter the opinions of others, one person's determination can break barriers, challenge expectations, and create a life full of purpose. Samantha had learned the truth that so many never do: the power to achieve dreams is not found in permission, it is found in persistence, in belief, and in the courage to act even when the world says you cannot. And so, Samantha Evans' journey continued, a life defined not by limitations imposed by others, but by the unyielding resolve to follow her own path. The world had tried to stop her. She didn't let it, and that made all the difference.